Froelich again. We're doing a continuation video of the 14 tips to buying your first single family home investment. And I'm continuing today, actually, we're going to go through 9 steps, tips 9 through 14. And tips 7 and 8 kind of tie into all this. We were going over at what a home, knowing a home, and knowing the area, but the last couple steps, I think the last steps from like 4 to 14 was the home. The first 3 steps was your market, your buying criteria, and your strategy of investing. And then we got into the home, because you first need to develop your strategy, you need to know your criteria, and you got to also know what your market is that you're going to be working into. So that's where we started there, the first 3 steps. Then we move into the house, which is your investment. We're talking about single family home investments today, not apartment buildings. We're not talking about office buildings, but single family home investments. And we'll bring some more, we'll do some apartment building stuff later on, in the beginning of next year, maybe halfway through the year next year. But at this time, we're just going to talk about the last steps. And step 9 was tip 9. I'm sorry, I want to say tip number 9 was the paint. The paint in the home. The paint in the home always needs to be done. Always paint the home. Never not paint the home. It cleans it up. It just does something for the home. Fresh paint. Always paint the home. White moldings, if the moldings are good in there, paint them white. Gloss white. White ceilings, neutral color, neutral light tans, or a really light color on the home. And it's it does a lot for the home. Then we got the floors, wood floors. If you have wood floors, this is tip number 10. If you have wood floors in the home, keep them, sand them, try and salvage them, because wood floors are beautiful. Everybody loves wood floors. And just refinish them. If not, carpet. Most of the time, you got to do floors. I'm not often, like, again, this is for flipping. Even rental properties always paint. Rental properties you may be able to salvage, but sometimes I would, in a rental property, I would do like a Berber. It's something that cleans up well, and also if you have to put new carpet in, it cleans up very well, and it hides a lot of stains, and stains come out of it. That would be my objective to you. Floors and a flip, I would definitely carpet. You just, get a good carpet. You get a nice carpet. You don't got to get nothing majorly expensive. There's some good carpets out there at Home Depot that you can get, and they'll actually install it. Those are some of the better deals that I've found. I know when I've done homes, carpet and homes, most of the time we go to Home Depot because they do the free installation a lot of times, or cheap installation, and so you get a good price on it. So windows is a high ticket item. The last tips 11 through 14 of the home, of what you're looking at when you're putting a home or trying to put a home together for you. These are the elements inside of a home, I call it. Windows are a high ticket item. Windows get expensive to do. There's companies out there that you can get good deals on. I know I got a company that they don't like wall side enhancements. This is how you can get a good deal. They custom make their windows. At the same time, they don't do advertisement like wall side enhancements. I say that because in this area that I live, in Metro Detroit, those are some big window makers, some big companies, but they do a lot of advertising. They spend a lot of money on TV commercials, and so therefore their product has to be higher to compensate for the money that they're putting into the marketing. And so if you find a company, which you might probably be able to find through an investor, somebody that has been in a business, because you'll be able to locate somebody that does custom windows, and they do them for a good job and a good price. Still though, they still are expensive. It's expensive to do windows on a home. And so I tell you this, and we're going to keep going actually, then I'm going to tell you this when we get done. Tip 12 is the roof. High ticket item. $4,000 per 1,200 square foot house, and the roof lasts 20 years. High ticket item. Sometimes if it's got a not attached garage, you might have to do that too. The cement, high ticket item. Michigan, $4 a square feet. $3.50 to $4. That's what I'm finding, what I'm paying right now. Curb appeal, landscaping, it's not very expensive. This is not a high ticket item. Curb appeal is very important. That's cement was tip number 13, high ticket item. Michigan, $4 a square foot, between $3.50 and $4. Tip number 13, element of a home. Tip 14, curb appeal. Clean up the yard with landscaping. Put a couple trees in, a little couple bushes in. Whatever you have to do, don't spend tons of money on it if it's not in the budget or if it's not a major luxury home. But you can spend a low amount of money and make a home look good, under $1,000, and make it look good. Put some mulch in and a couple bushes, cut down, have someone come in, do the landscaping, cut down a couple bushes for some money. And so my thing is, when you're looking at the elements of a home and you're discovering whether it's an investment for you, and this is where it ties in all the high ticket items that I just talked about. I mean, everything's expensive in a home. I shouldn't even really say that high ticket items, because bathrooms and kitchens are really high ticket items too. But you got to learn when you go into a home that there's only, obviously, unless the home is really good price, you're not going to be able to do all these things. So you're going to have to salvage somewhere and put some of this in and some of that in. But like I said, if I'm flipping a home, it's different than a rental property. If I'm flipping a home, I'm going to have to spend money on the kitchen and the bathroom. But obviously, we need the foundation to be solid too. You gotta, if you're flipping it, you want to make sure the plumbing's good, the furnace is good, all the major components of a home that make the home run and allow them to live. Those need to be well too. So it's pointless to have a kitchen that's awesome and a bathroom that's awesome, but now you got hot water tank that you don't even know it barely works, or the plumbing's still galvanized. Like, that's, to me, your product is going to keep your business running for your investment business. Everybody needs to understand this is an investment business. It's a business. It's a business. It's a business. It's a business. When I got into investing, I was like, I'm just going to buy a home. But no, it turns into a business because a home is a business when it becomes an investment. So you got to understand that it's a business. And you got to be according to that. You got to make sure what makes a product, what makes a home run, or what makes a business sell. If you take a look at Microsoft, what is it? Their quality of a product, the way that they've put things together over the years. If you go to a Kroger, it's the product. They do a nice job servicing you with groceries. And list can go on and on. It's very important to understand this is a business, because you need to put a little bit in. If you plan on doing this for a living, and you plan on doing this the rest of your life, no matter how old you are, you want to do more than one investment, you have to have a good name for yourself, because somewhere along the line, somebody's going to know who you are. So your product is so important, and within that element of a home, you got to figure out how to make your product the best and spend the least amount of money with doing the best quality and still being able to be in a budget. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's a challenge sometimes, but it's a gift to be able to see how to make things out of nothing and how to take a home and make it look something again. It's truly a gift to see how to see real estate at a different light, a different level, and how to see something that somebody else can't see, because that means you could take something and make it to an investment as opposed to somebody else, because they just don't want to see that. I see in something that's broken down and nasty, I see something that's good. And so I can put together things to make it look good and see, but I also have to remember that I have a budget. And through all these tips that I've given you of the elements of the home, from tips 5 to 14, all of them most of the time can't be done. And you got to be able to find an investment and know when you're purchasing a home. If I'm looking at a bank home and I'm going to purchase it, I got to look at all these elements, see how many elements there are that I'm going to need to fix and put money into. And hopefully, when you're looking at this home, it's got a sound roof and sound windows, and you're just going to have to go inside and do some paint and carpet and floors. I mean, if you have to do everything, it gets really expensive. Driveways and cement add up, because that's an expense outside of your expensive kitchen and your bathroom. You have to look at these things and know the business. You got to know it's a business, but at the same time, you can't skimp. You got to put everything that you got into that property and make it the best quality product at the lowest possible price. And you can't hold back. Don't hold back, because it's going to hold you back. Know that you have that one investment, but after that one investment, there's going to be 2 or 3 or 4 and 5. And that you're going to rely on doing more business and doing a better product, because your better product is going to move. You're going to have more people satisfied, and you're going to have a better business. It's called business ethics, righteousness. And so those are your tips. The 14 tips, like I said, I hope this will give you some insight into moving forward into your investment endeavors, and that I've been a blessing to you, and that you've given this some thought about investing, and that you're obviously looking to purchase a home. And I hope that you do your best in doing it, and you follow the scripts, and you stay on your criteria. You understand it's a business, and when you walk into this home after you purchase it, it's a good business. You keep your receipts good, all that stuff, everything that is to run a business. Know that and get good at it, and put everything together, and have a good investment, make some money on it, change something in a community that's not any good looking, to get a rental property, get some cash flow on your money, provide somebody a home to live in. That's what the best I can offer you today from the knowledge that I've learned in the business over the last 3 to 4 years. It's been a lot, and I just keep growing, and I want to give you guys some, and I hope that you can be blessed by it. We thank you for coming to McCombinvestments.net, and if you're looking for anything real estate wise, contact me at 586-567-1770. It's 586-567-1770. I would love to. I'm also a realtor, real estate agent at Keller Williams Realty outside of being a real estate investor. And I hope that you have a wonderful day and blessed in your endeavors.